Hey guys, I am Hannah Broom with Ugly Mug. I am here with Allison Tomei of CLEDA, Fresh Central, Alexandria Farmers Market. Hey Allison, how's it going?
Hey, Hannah and everyone.
Can you tell us a little bit more about you and what you do?
Sure. So as you mentioned, I'm with CLEDA, which is the Central Louisiana Economic Development Alliance. I'm based here in Alexandria, but as an organization, CLEDA covers 10 parishes in Central Louisiana. And my job on our team is to develop a network of farmers markets in Central Louisiana. So you also mentioned that I'm with the Alexandria Farmers Market, and that is correct, of course. CLEDA manages the Alexandria Farmers Market, and then we also work indirectly with several other markets across the region.
Yes, so every week you are out there at the farmers market helping, and obviously that looks a little bit different right now because in-person farmers markets aren't happening with COVID-19. So, what have y'all done to adjust the structure of those markets with all the stay-at-home orders and everything?
Yeah, it's been really tough. We did make that decision in mid-March when everything escalated to stop holding in-person markets. So the last time we had an in-person, somewhat regular Alexandria Farmers Market was March 17th. And along with that decision, we put out some guidance for market managers across Central Louisiana, strongly encouraging them to stop holding in-person markets and really just to stop facilitating those public gatherings, which has been really hard. Any change is hard, but it's been particularly hard for farmers markets because our farmers market managers and our vendors work so hard to make sure that our markets are these wonderful community gathering places. And now we're trying to figure out how to do business without any social interaction. So it's been tough, but we are trying to focus on what we can do rather than what we can't do.
Yeah, and I think that is one of the things that people really enjoy about a farmer's market is that you get to interact directly with the person that's growing your food and ask questions and all those kinds of things. And the fact that you can't do that right now is hard. You like to sit there and say, like, this is Sally and she grew my tomatoes and they're delicious. Like people enjoy that and they can't do that right now. Is there another way that people are able to get that produce from these farmers right now?
Yes. And you're exactly right. That ability to buy directly from the person who grew your food is what we're all about. And so even though in-person markets aren't happening right now, that doesn't mean that markets are just closed and gone. We want vendors to continue sales, and of course we want customers to still have access to that wonderful food, that fresh, healthy local food. So what we've really encouraged our vendors to do, what we're asking them to do, is to stay connected with their customers, and find ways to do online ordering. Find a way to have customers order and pay online or in some virtual way, and then ideally have a vendor deliver your product directly to your door. That way there's no contact, there's no physical interaction. We know that that's a big ask for many businesses, and that's a big shift to make, especially when you're not expecting to make it. So to help our vendors along with that, we do have the Fresh Central Online Farmers Market. This is an online platform through a company called Local Line, something that CLEDA organized some time ago, and it's active and operating and ready to go, and it's exactly what it sounds like. It's an online farmers market, so it's a virtual place where multiple farmers or vendors can set up a shop and have their inventory displayed, and customers can order and pay online, and get the products from the vendors. And one of the really great things about this tool is that each vendor sets up their own shop. And part of that means that they get to decide, whether they have a delivery method or an on-farm pickup. They decide that method. And that includes, you know, the day and the time of whatever the delivery is. So it's totally up to the vendor. So it's a great tool, you know, from that perspective, from a vendor perspective. And we're hoping to help our vendors really shift to that sort of model to continue their sales.
And did you say this is something that y'all already had set up pre-COVID?
We did, actually. We did. We set this up as a pilot maybe a year or so ago, several months ago, just to kind of see what an online farmers market might look like. And we did have a couple of vendors join, you know, at that time. And since the pandemic and all of this, we've had a couple other vendors join. But it was really great to already have that in place and have it to be able to say, you know, okay, vendors, it's time to pivot, and here's how we can help you do that.
Yeah, I think that really speaks volumes about being proactive. You know, we could have never, ever imagined we would be where we are today, you know, 2 months ago, 6 months ago. But the fact that y'all kind of diversified yourselves and had multiple options so that you could pull from these options and utilize them rather quickly instead of having to start from scratch. That's very awesome. And I think that's something that all businesses need to learn moving forward, is just to prepare for the unknown, you know, so diversify yourself, don't put all your eggs in one basket, and, you know, prepare.
Yeah. And that's something that we feel strongly about with farmers markets in general. I think most of us have an idea of what a farmer's market is in our mind, you know, this thing with pop-up tents, and you go, sometimes it's a Saturday morning, sometimes it's another day of the week, but you go and you visit the vendors and you go under their tent and you shop. But farmers markets can be broader than that. And that's, you know, what led us to set up the online platform to begin with. And we really try to think more broadly and think about different ways that we can engage with our customers.
I love that. Random question for you. What is your favorite thing that you typically get at the farmer's market?
Ooh,
I know it's a
eggs.
hard choice.
Eggs are definitely a go-to because the difference in fresh eggs and grocery store eggs are just crazy. Yeah, I love those fresh eggs. Mm-hmm.
Cool. Well, thank you so much, Allison, and I hope you have a great rest of your day.
Thanks, Hannah. It was good to talk to you.
You too. Bye.